A thriller at the MCG, scores level at quarter time and Melbourne leading by 5 points at half time. It was a case of which team would crack. We pick it up at the opening bounce to start the second half. It's a 5-point lead to Melbourne going into the second half. Salmon against O'Dwyer. Salmon wins. Long gets a good bounce, bit slow that time, Michael Long, and caught from behind by Clark. Eishold out to Tingay, onto Hughes, well up the ground. Long and high to full forward. Bennett, good mark.
Yes, that was a great mark by Darren Bennett. Very tall player, 6'5", in front, had the right position, a bit of bustling, timed his leap perfectly.
So Darren Bennett, who kicked 8 and 8 in the first 2 rounds, so far has 1 goal 2 from the first half. Distance not a problem for this long kicking full forward. He needs the accuracy. Oh, that's beautiful. The margin skips out to 11 points.
And they need Bennett playing well, Melbourne. Here's that mark again. 6'5". He didn't have the run on the ball. It was man on man. A great leap there by Bennett, and strong hands taking that mark. And there's that kick from 50 metres out. Made the distance easily. Went through at goalpost height. So that's Bennett's second goal. He's been a good contributor.
That's exactly how John Northey would have wanted his side to start this quarter. Really lifts the side when you get a quick one like that. Here they come again. That's Stephen Clark going forward with great pace. Here's a chance now for Andrew Obst, who's been very, very impressive. To half forward, and Wilson. Oh, courage by Wilson to Eishold. Eishold straightens up and pops through another one to the Demons. Well, what a start by Melbourne. 11-5-71. They lead Essendon 8-6-54.
Yes, it has been a great start by Melbourne. 2 very quick goals. Courage, as Peter McKenna called by Brian Wilson there, under heavy pressure. Could have been a free kick had not Eishold kicked that goal to Wilson, because Van der Haar tackled him very hard. But Eishold finishing off, a good kick for goal, and Melbourne winning the ball out of the centre.
The Demons 2 goals in the opening 2 minutes of the third quarter. O'Dwyer palms down. Eishold missed it with a slap. Salmon, well done. Oh, beautiful play by Paul Salmon. Plain was in front, might have taken that mark. Pressure from Stretch. Plain gets the hand pass away. Spawn taps back to Plain, which probably wasn't the right option. Yates is there, over the top of the ball to force the ball up.
Too fancy.
Well, they probably were a bit fancy, but I think the pressure that Melbourne's been applying may be telling against some of the Essendon players, because they have not been given a moment's breathing space.
Chance for the Bombers, 35 metres out. Stephen Clark. Hustle to the boundary line, and a boundary throw in. Van der Haar in ruck against O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer to Spalding. Eishold. Good little hand pass. Newport kept the ball in front of him. Oh, Long, what a trap. Michael Long, brilliant. The short pass didn't come off, though, and Spalding wins again. Spalding's kick to centre wing. Obst. Well, he is doing really well. 2 marks, 13 possessions. Obst up to half forward. Hamilton in front, takes a safe mark.
Oh, good mark too by Paul Hamilton. Now he's got a loose man in the centre. Oh, nearly smothered them by Eishold. Still the chances with Spawn. Spawn a bounce. Lovell's after him. Spawn wide. Finds Anderson. Seems to be playing at centre forward at the moment. He goes short. Back to the centre. He's found Anthony Danaher. He's a long way out from full back. Danaher going short again. The leader's on to his brother Terry. It's a loose ball with Spalding. Lovett makes position out wide for the short one. Spalding elects to go long, back to centre wing, and there's Anthony Danaher right up there on wing. Over to Watson, Tim Watson, long to the pocket. At the back is Buick. Manning is there going for the mark. There's Yates. That Melbourne defence has been excellent today. Steins against Salmon, and you've got to hand it to Salmon. He is a much improved player. Trying his heart out, Salmon. The short one to Buick in the forward pocket. Buick in after it again with his pace, but he's under pressure. Out it comes to Spawn. Spawn from 30 metres straightens up and puts it out of bounds on the full.
Well, it hasn't been a great day for Kieran Spawn. 5 kicks and 1 hand pass. And 1 behind and 1 out of bounds. Stretch. Raking kick out of defence. Oh, good mark in the middle of the pack by O'Dwyer. A clean capture. Straub's O'Dwyer has played his heart out today. Over centre wing it goes. Knocked on. Good gather by Thompson. And a great hand pass out. Manning. Wide he goes to Hamilton. He centres it towards centre half forward. Obst again.
Well, Salmon shouldn't have had a look around there. He should have went for the ball instead of waiting to see what was going to happen.
Obst goes across the ground. Finds Febey. High and long to half forward. Big pack gathers. Lovett couldn't drag down the mark. Solid tackle applied, but it was high. An Essendon free kick. And this is coming back to Thompson.
Mark Thompson has really battled hard in defence all day. That kick to the half-forward line, plain, in after it, no backup support. Now he has from Manning. Manning goes short, a widely directed pass to Brian Wilson, who's played a great game. Over to Febey. Febey wide. He's looking out there for Lovell. Oh, good play by Andy Lovell. Runs to the 50-metre line. The short pass is on, and that is beautiful football. The lead by Bennett, hitting him right on the chest.
Yes, great play by Lovell, getting away there from Timmy Watson under a lot of pressure. And there's the perfect delivery into a wide open forward line.
He could make the big difference to Melbourne, whether they could really go on with it this year. Bennett, he's kicked 2. He'll kick from 30 metres. Straightens up and puts it right through the middle. Melbourne move further in front. 12-5-77. The Demons lead Essendon 8-6-54.
Wilson. Big punch away. Here's Tim Watson for the Bombers. Fires out the hand pass to O'Donnell. Further afield he goes. Cransberg in. O'Donnell followed up. Kick smothered. O'Dwyer doing the hard work again. Gets the ball out to Yates. O'Dwyer, the hero of the MCG today. But Van der Haar takes the mark on centre wing.
Paul Van der Haar playing at centre half back. On the left foot looking for Salmon. Salmon will mark on centre. Well, getting further towards the centre. Chip pass. Finds Cransberg. A long kick normally, Peter Cransberg. Now he's going with a long one too from 60 metres. A low trajectory drop punt to the pocket. And that's clever play. Very good use of the body that by Andrew Manning. He just leant into his opponent, Graham Yates. Or was it Brett Lovett? It might have been Lovett, in fact, in front. Just leant, a little push, in fact.
Just a little nudge there, Pete.
And as I said, Bradley Plain, I was surprised he's off. He's coming back on as Manning kicks it goal and pops it through for 1 for the Bombers.
$17 points the margin.
And it's been a good quarter so far for Melbourne, and a badly needed goal there for Essendon. Bradley Plain back on the ground. Let's have a look at this replay. The long kick by Cransberg, and Manning in perfect position there. Just leant against Brett Lovett just to hold him up, and then went back to take the mark.
Bradley Plain is back on. Neil Danaher off the ground. Free kick here to Cransberg. Cransberg a long kick. Terry Danaher in front. Knocked away by Lyon. Goes to Yates. Wide to Febey. Febey off the left boot. Close to the boundary line. Too high for Obst. The ball has gone out off Campbell now. And it'll be a throw-in.
Centre wing is with Watson for Essendon. Eishold hotly pressing him. Eishold in after it. Taps it back to O'Brien. Oh, a lot of pressure on there. There's this kick by Newport right out towards the boundary line. And in fact over. There's Tony Campbell. Hasn't had a lot to do so far. The ruck duels have been fascinating. Here they go again. Steins. Eventually they'd lose it out there to O'Donnell, but those Essendon players not getting any easy kicks against the Melbourne pressure. And Brian Wilson, we saw on screen a moment ago, has been a terrific player for the Demons. There's Salmon tapping it out to Wilson for Melbourne. In fact, Wilson smothered off his boot as it comes back. He just about threw that away, Salmon. And I think the umpire said exactly that. It will be a free kick going the way of Melbourne to Andrew Obst. No, it's not. It's going further afield to Brian Wilson for that throw. Wilson, 10 kicks and 5 handballs, and well, he's done a lot of the hard things. Wilson up in front of goal. Can they take another mark? It's tapped the ground. This is Paul Hamilton crashing his way through. A long hand pass out wide, and he's found Kieran Spawn.
Spawn goes for the short pass to Plain. He was only benched for about 90 seconds. Hobbs taps away. Comes to Yates. Yates over the top. Stretch. Cornered. Has to go back to Yates. Now Melbourne being put under some pressure. Yates to Steins. Steins a bit of fancy footwork. To half forward. Dwyer tried to tap on, but Clark stayed down and took the mark. In he goes to Tingay. Further afield to Lovett. Lovett gets through the pack. Back to Newport. And Newport's kick is good. What a quarter the Demons are having. 13-5 to 9-6.